helps if you just remember that the mind does not know the difference between reality and a visualization. As far as your mind is concerned, your brain is concerned, whatever it is that you're visualizing is actually happening to you. So when you do the visualization, if you can make it as colorful and as real as possible, it'll make that much more of a relaxing imprint on you, or a releasing imprint. Whatever it is that the visualization is really intended to do. There's a lot of symbolism in there, which I won't explain because it would take too long. But yeah, so if you can just remember that your mind, when it's doing this, when you're doing this meditation, is actually experiencing it as if you were actually there. So it's recording it, and your subconscious is sort of like a big picture album, and everything is there are pictures of everything that you've ever been through or done since you were little in that album. And when you go into hypnosis, then you can go back and take people back to certain places um, in their lives in order to be able to fix things or make things better or change the energy. So you are now going to be recording this. Your subconscious is going to be recording this and imprinting it into that picture album of your mind, so to speak. So when we get into the visualization part, make it as alive and as feeling oriented as you possibly can. Now we're going to start it off with doing some breathing for relaxation, and then a mindfulness exercise. And we'll probably skip, because I'm a little late, we'll probably skip the mantra. So if you would just put your tongue at the roof of your mouth, right where the ridges are behind your teeth, and keep your tongue there as you're doing all of this breathing. Keep it there throughout the whole time, and keep your mouth slightly open so that when you exhale, your exhalation is coming out through your open mouth, even if it's just on the sides, and you'll hear sort of a whooshing sound. It's actually more diaphragm opening, this type of breathing. It just seems to sort of bring more oxygen into the system. So I'll go through a couple of them with you, and then I'll ask you to do a few of them on your own. So we're going to inhale with the tongue on the roof of our mouth. So we're going to inhale through our nose. So feel that inhalation when you breathe it in. Just really feel the coolness of the air coming in through your nose. Just feel everything as much as you can. And when you exhale, feel the exhalation coming out of your mouth. So we're going to start by doing inhaling to the count of 4, holding the breath to the count of 7, and exhaling to the count of 8. Okay, so let's inhale through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale through the mouth. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'd like for you to do 5 more of these where you inhale to the count of 4, hold it to the count of 7, exhale to the count of 8. I'll give you a few minutes and then I'll come back in. Okay, so go ahead and just do your breathing and feel it as strongly as you can. Allow your shoulders to relax. Allow your whole body to just feel the oxygen coming in, and give yourself this time. It's a healing time. It's a meditation time. It's a time to rejuvenate your cells, to rejuvenate your mind, and to still your mind. So go ahead and do your breaths for me, please. If you finish ahead of the others, then just keep doing a few more breaths. Same types of breaths, in through the nose, out through the mouth, tongue touching your palate, the ridges just before your teeth. All right, now I'd like you to send a wave of relaxation. Literally pick a color, what you consider a healing color, and visualize a wave of energy coming from above your head and just undulating, just the way the wave motion sort of up and down and up and down, undulating through your face, your body, your torso, your legs. Send a wave of relaxation all the way from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. Adjust your shoulders. Maybe drop them down a little bit. We carry an awful lot of stress in our shoulders. And if you wish to turn your neck from side to side, just to make sure that your neck is comfortable. Okay, I'd like for you to uncross your hands. If you have them crossed, you can just place them on your abdomen or your stomach. Just don't cross them. And if you can, uncross your feet as well. It just kind of keeps the energy flowing. It doesn't block it. Now, the first thing that we're going to do now is we're going to do some mindfulness exercises. So I want you all to look behind your eyelids. Look at your closed eyelids and just see what you see. Do you see color? Do you see shadows? Do you see floaties, which is okay? Do you see shapes? Do you see light? What is it that you see as you're looking at your closed eyelids? Which is not something that we often do. We're just really wanting to make sure that we're present in this moment. Yesterday is gone and tomorrow has not come yet. We're being in the now. So just look at the back of your eyelids for a moment. You can breathe normally now. And with each breath, you're just going to be relaxing more and more. Your heart rate will slow down. Your blood pressure will come down. Even your breathing will slow down. Good. Now let's move to your ears. And I'd like you to focus on whatever sounds you can hear. Perhaps there's something on the road outside your house. Perhaps there's somebody upstairs or downstairs moving around. Perhaps you can hear a distant dog barking. Perhaps you can hear the sound of your own breathing. Whatever it is, just focus on your ears. Really stretch your ears as far as you can. And see what vibrations you can pick up, what sounds you can pick up. Good. Now, let's move to the nose. Okay, become aware of the air as it comes into your nose when you're breathing. And do you smell anything? Do you smell anything in the room? Are there odors that are lingering from whatever it is that you had for lunch? Is there a particular smell or sense of smell to the room that you're in? Or perhaps you splashed on some cologne or you just took a bath. Whatever it may be, let's just see which sensory organs in your nose can become aware of right at this moment. Now let's move to the mouth. Become aware of your tongue, which part of your mouth your tongue is touching. Just kind of palpitate your mouth with your tongue. Become aware of your teeth, your gums, your palate, the inside of your cheeks. Perhaps there is a taste. Perhaps you just had a mint, or you had a cup of tea. Is there a taste that lingers in your mouth? Just take a moment to become aware of the senses or the sensors in your mouth. If any fleeting thoughts just kind of drift through, try to come back to the sound of my voice. And if I'm not talking at that moment in time, then focus on the end of your nose. That's a good way to just sort of come back to the moment. Good. Now I'd like you to become aware of your sense of touch, your fingertips. What is it that your fingertips are feeling? Are they resting on on some cloth, some trousers, a skirt, shorts, your skin? And how does it feel? Does it feel warm? Does it feel comforting? Does it feel soothing? If it's material, is it cool or warm? Is it rough or smooth? So what is the texture of whatever it is that your fingertips, your hands are touching right now? And then just allow your hands to become warm and heavy. Let your arms become heavy. Let your hands become warm. Allow them to become warm, and you can feel them on your legs, on the material. Your body really does follow whatever your mind is focusing on, which is why the visualizations are so powerful, because they impact our body as well. So just allow your arms to become heavy, your hands to become heavy and warm. And then begin to focus on your feet. Feel the bottom of your feet, the soles of your feet. Are you barefoot? Do you feel the floor? Is it cool? Is it carpeted? If you're wearing shoes, can you feel the inside of the shoes? Just become aware of whatever it is that your feet, your grounding part of you, is sensing, is feeling, is experiencing. And now let's become aware of our minds. How is your mind doing? Is it feeling restless? Is it feeling calm? Is it feeling anxious? Whatever it's feeling, I want you to visualize just a beautiful, like that lotus flower, something beautiful. You know, a lotus flower begins to seed in the mud and it comes all the way up through all those layers of mud and through the water until it shows itself on top of the water, as beautiful as it is. So it goes through darkness in order to get to the light. So maybe just visualize your favorite flower in your mind. See if maybe you can smell it. You can remember what it feels like. Just a calming sensation of a beautiful flower visualized in the mind. Perhaps there's a breeze, sort of just wafting over the flower. Perhaps there's a smell. The next thing I want you to do is I want you to drop your awareness into your heart. What is it that you're feeling in your heart? Don't try and make anything go away or figure anything out. Just what is it that you're feeling? And then I want you to visualize in your mind hands, a beautiful pair of hands made of energy, of whatever color you wish, just energetic hands holding your heart very lovingly, very supportively, helping you to feel calm and supported, safe. Good. Now keep breathing nice and deep and allow each breath deeper into your subconscious, deeper into your subconscious. That's it. Just try to drop down deeper into your subconscious. And know that each breath is taking you deeper. Know that everything is taking you deeper. I apologize for that interruption. That was my husband. I guess he forgot that I was doing a meditation. Just let that just pass right by. Relax yourself. Relax your mind with the flower. Relax your heart as it's being held in the hands of beautiful energetic colors. Okay, now I want you to visualize yourself overlooking a beach. There's a small cliff or series of rocks, and in those rocks there are 10 steps. You go down those 10 steps, it'll take you down to the beach. And with each step down that you take, you'll be going in deeper and deeper into relaxation as you continue to just breathe nice and easy. So It's about 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Before sunset, not quite sunset. The sky has got maybe a hint or a hue of pink in it. The sun is still there, shining on the water, glistening like little diamonds that are floating on the surface of the sea. There's a slight breeze. It's your own private beach. You're feeling very safe. Perhaps you can hear the waves. They're not very big, they're small. You can hear them as they come up on the shore. Perhaps there's some shorebirds like seagulls and sandpipers that are running up and down on the shore, wanting to find some food, seeing if they can find something to eat. A fish that may be washed up on the shore, or some little seashells that they can peck open with their beaks, especially the sandpipers. In the water, you might see in the distance, you might see some dolphins that almost look pink because the sky is a slight pale pink. They're glistening in the sun as they jump up and down. Beautiful creatures playing in the water out to sea. And we're going to start going down the steps. You're on step number 10. I want you to go down to step number 9. Now the steps are still warm from the sun. So 10, 9, 8. Feel yourself relaxing more and more. Go deeper and deeper into relaxation. 7, 6, 5. Halfway there now. You can see the color of the water, which is beautiful. Very clear. It's like a pale aquamarine color, and then it turns into like a sea glass green as it gets deeper. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you step down on the sand. It's beautiful white sand. Very clean. Take off your shoes, and if you just walk in the sand, you can feel the squeaking noise of the sand. That's how clean it is. You take about 10 or 15 steps and you walk down to the shore. You kind of stick your toes into the water, into the very small waves that wash up on the shore. And the water's not cold and it's not hot. It's just the right temperature. This whole place is very soothing, very calming. You're surrounded by nature. You're surrounded by calm. You feel peaceful. There's a stick in the sand, on the sand. I want you to pick up the stick, and I want you to draw a heart in the sand with the stick. But I love you. Just I love you. Until the next wave comes along and washes it away and washes it into the deep blue sea, that message. And draw another heart. And put another I love you. We don't tell ourselves we love ourselves enough. This time again, the sea comes up to claim that heart that you drew with the I love you in the middle. Washes the message out to the deep blue sea, which is symbolic of our subconscious. All these messages are going in to your deeper mind. Then I'd like for you to draw maybe 3 or 4 more hearts and put the names of the people that you love. One at a time, draw a heart, put the name of someone, wait for the wave to come and take it deep into the water. And do this about 5 times while I'm quiet. And if you finish ahead of the others, you can go ahead and just draw some more hearts. Put more names in there of things that you love, places that you love, people that you love. Words that you love, like happiness and peace and joy. Whatever it is that strikes your fancy. Good, good, very good. You can put the stick back down and just look out at the ocean and know that it holds your messages. It has taken the vibration of your messages inside it and it's taking it way down deep, just like it's taking it way down deep into your deeper mind. And you turn around and you start and you look at your right, and the beach continues. Sometimes it sticks out a little bit, sometimes it kind of comes inward a little bit. But what you notice is that there is a child with you, which is your inner child, that part of you that still has memories or that may have forgotten the memories, that part of you that maybe was happy, maybe it wasn't so happy. That there's inner children in all of us. We think that we're adults and we are. But sometimes we react like children because the energy of our childhood is always with us until we heal it or do something with it that is wonderful, like what we're going to do today. So pay attention to the age of the child who is also on your right. And if you don't see a child, then imagine a child there. What age child inside you would you like to take with you? What is that child wearing? Is that child barefoot? Does that child seem frightened a bit? Does that child seem happy? This exercise is about letting go of things that made the child sad. Sad memories, sad happenings, nothing traumatic. We don't want to go to trauma. Just some sad things that we can help with. So imagine that child there, or visualize the child there. What does the child's hair look like? What color is it? What is the expression of the face on the face of the child? And I want you to take your child's hand, and if it seems reluctant, it's probably because you haven't visited your inner child before. or not very often anyway. So just tell the child, reassure the child that you are there for the child, that you are there to help it, to make it feel good, to bring it love, that you are the older version of this child, and that you've come back in time to be with this child. And hopefully the child will allow you to hold its hand. If it does not, that's okay. That just means you have some work to do with the inner child. But the child will start walking with you. It does feel safe enough to walk with you. And you start to walk down the beach, and perhaps the child runs in and out of the water. Perhaps the child loves to look at the footprints that it makes in the sand. Perhaps the child is really happy to see you. Perhaps the child is a little bit unhappy. Whatever the case may be, just let the child know that you love it and that you're there to support it. And walk along the beach a while, just a minute or so with the child. Just see what happens while I'm quiet for a moment. Good. Now, you're coming up on a place where the beach is a little bit wider than usual. And there are 2 shovels. One plastic shovel for the child, and one nice deep shovel for you. And what you're going to do is you're going to tell your child, listen, we're going to dig a big deep hole here. And then you get to put into that hole whatever you don't like that has happened to you, whether it was falling off a bike, whether it was somebody yelling at you at school, or somebody bullying you, or somebody saying something that wasn't nice. So we're going to dig a deep hole here, and we're going to let the child just dump everything that it wants to dump. First, let's dig the hole, and you're far enough away from the water so that the water doesn't come and fill it. Since you have a big shovel, you can dig a nice deep hole, and the child feels supported because you are helping it. The adult of the child is helping the child, and that makes the child happy. It feels supported. It feels cared for. It feels truly appreciated. The hole becomes deeper and deeper, and you can see the piles of sand on the side. You're taking the shovel, taking the hole, and dumping the sand on the side. The hole is now getting to be pretty deep, and so you tell the child, okay, we're going to start now. And this hole is capable of holding pretty much as the child wants to put in it. So this is for the child. This is a game that you're playing. So you tell the child, any experience that you had that you didn't like, anything that happened that made you upset, or that made you feel like crying a little bit, or maybe even that made you angry, anything at all. Now you can put a picture into the hole. You can put a word into the hole. You can put a shape that represents the emotion into the hole. Like if it's anxiety, it might be a real prickly sort of an odd shape with spines coming out of it. Anything that the child would like to just let go of. Just let the child do and put into the hole whatever it wants. It might surprise you to see what the child puts in. And you just be there as a supportive adult, telling the child the whole time, you know, I love you very much. And I've come down here to do this with you. And we'll do some more fun things together in the future. But for right now, just put right into the hole whatever it is that you simply didn't like. That's happened to you, or that is happening to you, or that has happened to you. Something that you felt. Maybe a scary sort of thing that happened to you. Just put the word scary in there. The place where it happened in there. Like I said, the hole cannot be overly filled. So let the child fill the hole. And you can be there proud that the child is able to do this. Finally to do this. To get rid of this energy. This vibration that it's been carrying. It's nothing traumatic. But every little bit helps to sort of make the body feel better. You can see the child smiling. It's really enjoying what it's doing. Just keep on doing this for a moment again while I'm quiet. If you want to, you can leave the adult of you standing there and you can become the child. Just step into the child and enjoy what the child is doing, or you can just continue to watch the child. Either one is fine. Good. And now you and the child can cover that hole back up. Just let all of those things that the child wanted to release go into the earth. Eventually the sea will claim that as well. The sea will take it away somewhere and just dissolve it. Just start putting things into putting the sand back into the earth. Putting it back into the sandbank, back into the beach. And feel the lightness. Feel your child's lightness. Feel your connection to this child that is sometimes laying half forgotten in the banks of your memory. Go back and visit it sometimes. And if you can't really see it, just pretend it's there. Pretty soon, it'll start coming at whatever age it needs to. Sometimes it's very, very young. Sometimes it's a little older. Again, no traumas. Just things that can be taken care of. You're feeling the hole up nicely, and the child has a sort of a smile on its face. And you both feel really good about what you've done. What you've done together, you've bonded with your inner child, with a part of you that sometimes we all forget. A part of you, part of us that can get scared, part of us that can feel loved, part of us that can feel abandoned. Also a part of us that can feel joy and happiness. It's the sad moments that we wanted to put into the hole. And as we cover the hole, it just feels complete. It feels good. It feels like something important was taken care of. Now you walk, you leave the shovels there. You walk further down the beach. And you find that you're actually on a beach that's sort of a tropical island. And if you take a path into the tropical island, you'll see all sorts of wonderful trees. Coconut trees, palm trees, banana trees, all sorts of very green foliage. The path is quite clear. It's taking you into the center of this tropical island. In the far distance, you can hear water, almost as if there's a waterfall. The child is still with you. You know where you're going. This is your own private place. You move up the path into this tropical place, and you see bushes that are filled with tropical flowers. You see birds of paradise, you see hibiscus, you see all sorts of things. And then the canopy of the trees begins to get taller and taller, and you can see some tropical birds, all different colors, just flying above. It feels so wonderful, because this place belongs to you. Nobody else can go there but you and the child. Pretty soon, you can hear the water flowing more and more loudly. And you turn a corner, and there is the most magnificent waterfall, tall and beautiful and clean and pure. Know that this waterfall is filled with healing water. Accept that fact. Remember, the mind does not know the difference. It's filled with healing water that has minerals and vibrations and just wonderful qualities. And it's falling down over a bunch of rocks that have flowers growing out of the nooks and crannies. And it's falling down into a pool of water, which is quite large, but not all that deep. And it looks like a very clear, pale green. There's some steps feeding into that pool of water. The pool of water would only come up to about your knees. You ask the child if it'd like to come in, because it's got healing properties, physical healing properties, emotional healing properties, mental healing properties. Just go into the pool, or if the child prefers, there's a ledge at the side of the pool. It can sit and dangle its feet in. And the energy from the pool will still go up into the child. But if you're willing, you can just kind of dunk yourself into the pool. Just feel the calm. Feel the healing as the essence of the water permeates through your pores into every cell of your body. Every neuron, every synapse, every nerve, every muscle. Just dunk yourself again and just feel the ether from the water. Feel the vibration, the essence of the water filling your body. And filling your child's body, whether it's sitting on the edge or actually stepping into the water. And simply enjoy the feeling and know that you are being healed. And it's healing, perhaps the broken cells, stray cells, perhaps the bones in your body need some healing. The arteries, the vessels. Perhaps your heart needs some healing. It's penetrating that as well, even though your heart's being supported by hands of light, of energy. Just allow yourself for once to not be logical, just accept the fact that you are standing in a healing pool that is constantly being fed by waters falling from this miraculous waterfall. You're surrounded by growth, by trees, by birds, by butterflies, just standing on certain flowers and tasting the nectar with their feet. It's just the most magnificent colored place, colorful place. Just be in that place for a little bit. The body and the mind work together. So if you mentally accept that this is healing water, your body will simply follow suit. And you can go into this pool of water anytime that you like. You just have to breathe some deep breaths. Go down the steps to the beach and then go straight up to the tropical forest. It's your tropical forest. It's filled with beauty, color, and animals, and flowers. beautiful healing water, the fountain of healing, so to speak. Maybe not the fountain of youth, but the fountain of healing deep inside this tropical jungle. Your child is smiling. Your child is happy because your child's imagination can accept anything. So allow yourself to be like the child, to throw aside any logical concerns, any questions, any doubts. Just be in this place. Good. And now I'm going to count you back from 5 to 1. 5. And step out of the pool. Just know that you've had a wonderful session of eliminating things from your child's vibrational point. That you've gone into some healing, some physical, mental, and emotional healing in this beautiful pool in this tropical forest. That is now permanently recorded in your deeper mind. 5, 4. You'll feel refreshed and rejuvenated and peaceful when you come back out of this creative visualization. 5, 4, 3. You can go back to this place or these places anytime you like. Anytime you like. And if it's going to be online, well, then you can just go back and just listen to it again. 5, 4, 3, 2. You feel good. You feel refreshed. You're happy that you made connection with your child. It's just a generally joyful feeling. 2, you can begin to move your arms and legs. Just gently come back into the space that you're in. Knowing that you've had an inner and an outer massage, a healing massage, an emotional healing massage as well, and a mental one. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can open your eyes whenever you're ready.